First, the highlights. Governor Sanwo-Olu felicitates Muslims on Eid al-Fitr celebration. Presidency-backed CBN Governor Dele Agadumo vows to clamp down on dollar racketeers. On the foreign scene, Australia hints on recognizing Palestinian state amid Israel-Gaza war. And in sport minister salutes Super Falcons for securing Olympics ticket. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has rejoiced with Nigerians and residents of the state, particularly Muslim faithful, as they celebrate this year's Eid al-Fitr, which marks the end of a month-long spiritual renewal after fasting, prayers and other spiritual activities. Governor Sanwo-Olu, in a Eid al-Fitr message issued by his special advisor, media and publicity, Benga Akoshile, enjoined Muslims to continue on the path of spirituality, peaceful coexistence, and to remain tolerant of other religious denominations in the state, saying that Lagos is noted for religious harmony. The governor also assured Lagos residents that the economic challenges that they are currently facing will soon be over because of the several intervention programs by the state and the federal government. As Nigerian Muslims celebrate the Eid al-Fitr with their counterparts across the world, Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Mudashiru Obasa, says he joins other faithfuls in their steadfast belief that Almighty Allah will listen to their supplications and meet their needs at this time. Obasa's prayer came in his congratulatory message to Muslims for having the divine privilege from Allah to partake in the Ramadan. According to Obasa, in a statement by his chief press secretary, Eromosele Ibomile, the Eid al-Fitr is not just a time to eat and be merry, but a day dedicated to thanksgiving to God for the strength and passion he has given and the Muslim faithful. Obasa urged the citizens to mark the festival rededicating their lives to God and doubling their patriotism to the country for national prosperity. Chairman of the All Progressives Congress APC in Lagos State, Cornelius Ojelabi, has urged Muslims across the state and the country to let the faith that they exhibited and practiced during Ramadan fast be sustained beyond the holy month. Ojelabi rejoiced with Muslims on their completion of the annual 30 days of fasting and prayers in the month of Ramadan and advised them not to go back to the bad behaviors that they have endured in the month. In a statement in Lagos, the APC chairman called for continued prayers for Lagos State under Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and Nigeria under President Bola Tinubu for God's divine interventions, mercies and blessings. Jalabi enjoined Muslims to, in their private and public capacities, live by the pious tenets and norms of Islam that they have imbibed in Ramadan. He appealed to parents and guardians to continue to uphold and discharge their God-given responsibilities to their children and wards. And the Lagos State Environmental Sanitation Corps, LAGEST, has encouraged residents to embrace proper environmental practices and obey the state's environmental laws ahead of the Eid al-Fitr festivities, which usually marks the end of the Ramadan fast by Muslim faithfuls around the world. Corps Marshal of the agency, Olani Cole, made the call at the agency's command headquarters at Bolade Oshodi. Cole also admonished Lagosians to make proper use of pedestrian bridges for their safety instead of crossing highways to prevent hit-and-run incidents by speeding motorists. In the same vein, he read the Riot Act to miscreants in the habit of converting pedestrian bridges, pledging that anyone caught will be made to face the law. Now to the rest of the stories. The presidency has announced that the concerted efforts of the Dele Agadumo-led Central Bank of Nigeria aimed at stabilizing the Naira aligns with President Bola Tinubu's multifaceted approach to ridding the nation's foreign exchange market of malign actors and sharp practices. It also vowed to continue its campaign against racketeers, urging Nigerians to expect a stronger Naira that would reflect a significant drop in the prices of essential commodities by the first quarter of 2025. Special advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Ajuri Ngelale, who said this, spoke against the backdrop of the recent series of measures rolled out by the central bank to halt the naira free fall and return the local currency to its fair value. The CBN had rolled out several circulars and directives leading to the rebound of the local currency from 1,900 naira per dollar recorded in late February to nearly 1,200 per dollar at the parallel market. According to analysts, the CBN's recent policies have played a pivotal role in the strengthening of the naira against the dollar. The presidency also vowed to sustain the momentum, saying regulatory agencies would go after racketeers and malign actors bent on frustrating the efforts of the government. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has secured the conviction of 23 illegal bureau de change operators and naira racketeers within the last month, as the Commission arrested and arraigned 174 similar offences. The EFCC Special Task Force also arrested 116 illegal BDC operators, currency racketeers in Enugu State during a massive clampdown. EFCC Chairman Ola Olukoyede said the arrests and convictions were a testament to the hard work of the Commission. Olukoyede noted that the EFCC has secured 23 convictions for the offence of currency racketeering and operation of illegal BDCs with the Special Task Force in less than a month, lends evidence to hard work and dedication. He added that 11 of the convictions were recorded in Kano alone, 3 in Ilori, 5 in Lagos, 1 in Port Harcourt, and 3 in Kaduna State. Now to foreign news. Australia's Foreign Minister Penny Wong has suggested the country could recognize Palestinian statehood to increase momentum towards peace, but said Hamas could have no role in its governance. Wong's comments echo a speech by UK Foreign Secretary David Cameron earlier this year, in which he hinted the UK too could recognize Palestinian statehood without the support of Israel. The Australian government has in recent months increasingly voiced concerns about the war against Hamas in Gaza, including after an Australian aid worker was killed alongside 6 others in an Israeli airstrike. The aid workers were traveling in a convoy after picking up supplies from the IDF, when the IDF says they were wrongly identified as Hamas operatives and targeted. About 140 countries recognize Palestinian statehood, but many, including the US, the UK, Germany, and Australia, do not. Our Sports Minister of Sports Development, John Eno, has saluted the Super Falcons of Nigeria for qualifying for the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris after edging South Africa over 2 legs. The minister commended the players for their bold, energetic, and tireless performance that earned them a goalless draw in Pretoria and a 1-0 win over 2 legs following the win in Abuja last week. With this result, Nigeria broke the 16-year jinx of absence from the Olympics since 2008, securing qualification against their rivals. Edo expressed immense pride in the Super Falcons' achievement, highlighting the performance deserved nothing short of the ticket to Paris. He extended his felicitations to the coaching staff, players, and all Nigerians, stating it is a win for the country. Eno added that all hands must be on deck as they prepare to represent Nigeria with pride and determination at the Paris 2024 Olympics. And that ends our news at 10. Just before we go, your vehicle is not a strong room. Please keep your valuables off the view of miscreants. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X Traffic Radio 961, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website at trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration organized a forum for women across the 57 local government and local council development areas in the state with a view to enhancing their productivity and economic growth? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has rejoiced with Nigerians and residents of the state, particularly Muslim faithful, as they celebrate this year's Eid al-Fitr, which marks the end of a month-long spiritual renewal after fasting, prayers, and other spiritual activities. The presidency has announced that the concerted efforts of the Yemi Cardoso-led Central Bank of Nigeria aimed at stabilizing the naira aligns with President Bola Tinubu's multifaceted approach to ridding the country's foreign exchange market of malign actors and sharp practices. We also told you that Australia's Foreign Minister Penny Wong has suggested the country could recognize Palestinian statehood to increase momentum towards peace, but said Hamas could have no role in its governance. And its Sport Minister of Sports Development, John Eno, has saluted the Super Falcons of Nigeria for qualifying for the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris after riding South Africa over 2 legs. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradioline61.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adebashi. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.